Hello everyone, this is Karst, and welcome back to Starfield. This is going to be episode 4. So last episode we finally made it out here to New Atlantis. We did some of the initial quests in the area, helped out some of the people here in the spaceport area section, I suppose, the spaceport district. And now we're about to wander off to another one and see what we can do from there. So let's get going then. Where should I go? There's so many options. Let's go with residential and work our way from there. Okay, so this takes us back to that large area we saw earlier while we were in the MAST.
It really is a sharp logo. Kudos to the designer.
I want one of their hats. Maybe a jacket and some stock.
But yes, as I was saying before, it is just one large open area then, and it's not its own like separate map area. So I'll take it, you know. It's okay with me.
Is it some sort of art? A Zen garden? What?
It's a communal art installation. It's supposed to look nice.
Oh, hello.
Yes. But I'm just saying, you could have a whole battlefield or some food stands. Something useful.
I just realized I walked away while they were still
I
talking.
think the artists outdid themselves here.
Alright, looks like there's some loot over here.
So after an hour of winding, we're finally out here. Want to go another 3 rounds with them?
There's slides.
I was right in the middle
like
of a game
right
when
there.
they marched me out here.
At least they're outside.
It's a beautiful day today.
Uh-huh. Don't mind the giant robot that's just hanging out with me. Alright. I think all of these... Yeah, okay, so these map markers are all related to the tree quest that I have, so I might as well do it while I'm here. And then I can check out the various stores. I'll take that. Thank you. So this is Pioneer Tower. I assume this is where people live. Yeah, well, this is residential, so of course this is where people live. Let's check it out, and then I can check out Chunks and the other towers. The difficult part is going to be trying to figure out who are actually unique NPCs with quests and who are generic citizens. Yeah. I assume the proprietors will be unique. Hello.
There is simply no parallel to the food we find here. One taste, and I'm sure you'll agree.
Remember the cruise of surprise? It was almost pure vodka.
That was one hell of a night.
Lucky you. I don't remember anything after the second class. Not one bit.
Or this is Don's Roost. I've heard about this place. Okay. Hello, Royce.
All of our signature dishes are unique to the Roost. You won't find anything like them anywhere else.
This place looks expensive.
The Dawn's Roost represents the highest quality, from the ingredients to the decor. No expense is spared. Anyone who has sampled our offerings will assure you it is all worth it.
I'd like to see the menu, please.
Right away.
What have you got? Wow, it is expensive. And it's basically all... I was gonna say, oh, it's all alcohol, but no. The grilled steak with mixed vegetables and mashed potatoes is freaking $361. Oh boy, and the Wellington is 1,000. This stuff is very, very pricey, and I am not willing to spend on it. Thank you for showing me the food. Bye-bye.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Oh, I get to watch a beautiful sunrise?
The Roost
Please.
is where it's at.
That's our ship right there. Okay, so we've made it all the way up here. So this is where the Roost is. The mast is right there. I assume that's residential over there then? Oh, sorry, no, commercial over there then? Okay. Oh, intrusive thoughts got in the way. Goodbye, world. Yeah, I think I have a little bit more than a fractured limb, but okay, thank you.
It's a communal art installation.
No one is born good or evil. Every day you take a step in one of those directions.
It is so easy to miss these NPCs because they blend right in with the rest of the generic ones. Alright, hello, Zawadi.
I feel like I've seen all there is to see. But hopefully I've left a few things for the next life.
What brings you out here?
Just enjoying the view. These days, my favorite thing to do is sit and listen. The wind, the trees, they all have their own language. Sometimes they even sing.
Can you tell me about your life?
I'm close to 80 years old, so I will spare you the long version. To put it simply, I lived, and I loved. And really, does a person need anything else?
To live and love is more than enough.
I agree. Some would say it's not enough. But if that were true, I would not be at peace.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you have any advice for me?
You don't need my advice. You're alive. And you've survived everything that comes with that title. Which is to say, you are an achievement. A gift. Never forget that.
I'll do my best to keep that in mind, thank you. If you like, I can help you with any tasks.
Oh, it just so happens I need a letter delivered to my pen pal in Sidonia. Pay is in advance. 1,000 credits.
Why trust this letter to a stranger?
What is a stranger except a friend you haven't met? Besides, there's something about you that I like. And I've always trusted my gut.
And who is his pen pal?
Her name is Hattie. She used to live in the apartment I live in now. I used to get all her packages because she never bothered to change her address. One day I tracked her down and sent her a letter. She sent one back. And from then on, we just never stopped responding.
Imagine still doing pen pals in the age with space travel. Why don't you just email each other or video call or something? I mean, you definitely were not alive during the modern period that we live in now. So it's not like pen and paper was exactly your main method of communication while you were a child as well, so... Huh. Alright. Sure, I'll help you.
Bless
But it's a
you,
little
Joe.
weird.
I believe you'll find Hattie at the community center in Sidonia. Just hand her the letter. She'll know who it's from.
Alright. Thanks for the money, I guess. I will do that. But that'll be a later down the line type of thing, I think.
Ain't that the truth?
Everything good? We're here to help.
Thank you. I feel bad saying it, but at the same time, it's got to end.
Alright. I'm just gonna exhaust dialogue with this guy again.
I do hope you are enjoying your...
Yes,
Dog's
yes.
Roost anyone who is... Thank you for coming in.
You're welcome.
Almost pure vodka.
That was one hell of a night.
Lucky you. I don't remember anything after the second class.
Is there anyone interesting out here? No, you look like a generic NPC. Yep. You know, I could just steal this food. And there's not much anyone would say about it. I mean, look at it. No one's eating it. Oh, roses are red. Violets are blue. New Atlantis is special, and so are you. Now, what's my indicator for whether or not I'm successfully sneaking? Like, if I just take this, how much trouble would I be in? I probably shouldn't. Because I don't know... I mean, realistically, you'd imagine they would have security cameras for this stuff, but I'm kind of like, you know, the food is just sitting there. And it does look like good food. Okay, no one seems to care. I'll just take that one then, and dip. Thank you for the free meal that no one was eating anyway. You literally just have it out in the open air gathering dust. Hello, Markeith Sutherland. Gesundheit.
I did not sneeze, I groaned. I just don't understand why such a first-class restaurant can be satisfied with serving second-rate coffee. Of course, it could just be my palate. It's quite refined, which is both a blessing and curse.
Ah, you're one of those people. I see. And where would you find better coffee? Or actually, how is the food here?
It is, as the saying goes, to die for, and I mean that quite literally. I think the most commonly requested meal for those on their deathbeds is a Jemison Wellington.
Okay. Any place in the area you'd recommend?
All the towers offer breathtaking views, for a price. It isn't the name on the building that matters, but how many floors are beneath you. But if you're looking for a living space, you want to speak with Miss Sanguini at the Realtor's office. She's the authority on the subject.
I'll talk to her after. I'll see how much an apartment is worth. I'm not going to really be customizing it or anything, but you know, having one would be cool. Have you tried Terra Brew? I guarantee you he's not gonna like it.
I know you didn't just say
Yeah.
Terra Brew. Surely my ears must be deceiving me. Because to even imply that I would put that liquid garbage into my body is an insult I cannot tolerate.
Where would you find better coffee?
Funny you should ask. I recently dined with a friend of mine with ties to the Freestar Collective. And he claims the best cup of joe he's ever had was in Aquila City.
People claim a lot of things.
Ah, but in this case, my friend brought proof.
How so?
In his hand was a single coffee bean, fermented in the digestive tract of an alien beast.
And let me guess. You want me to get these beans for you? How does feeding the beans to an animal improve taste?
It's not an entirely new idea. In the old world, growers used elephants. They believed the stomachs of these ancient beasts would ferment the bean and draw out its true flavor.
I don't care how good it tastes, I'm not drinking coffee from alien animal droppings.
The man I hired had a similar response, but his job wasn't to drink the coffee.
Fair.
It was to feed the beans to various predators in the settled systems and retrieve the results. But it seems after consuming the beans, the beast decided to make a meal of him. So I need someone to find this beast and remove my property from its stomach. As for compensation, you'll receive 2,000 credits when the job is complete.
I'm kind of like, you should pay me more for that, and also some of it should be up front. Shouldn't the person's remains be the priority? He doesn't care about the peons. This guy's rich. He only cares about his taste buds.
Not at all. The risks were written into his contract. I am not responsible for his burial or the unpleasantness of his tomb.
And where would I find this predator?
The man I hired had a transponder on him. When the predator consumed him, it also consumed the device. Rest assured, I'll have all the information forwarded to your ship's tracking systems.
Okay, fine. I'll track down the beast and bring back your beans.
Excellent. I will have the coordinates sent to your ship.
Thank you. Alright, bye.
Goodbye.
Alright, anyone else?
And get any of their entrees. You'll thank me.
It's funny that
Shift's
she's...
over. Time for the roost.
It's funny that they're here at the Roost, which has all the expensive food. Also, I like how, in classic Bethesda fashion, some of the stuff on the table has clipped through the table. I like that they're here and all they've got in front of them are chunks. And I'm like, isn't the whole point of this restaurant to feed you, like, gourmet stuff?
Has a mystery drink for you to try? Don't.
Like, isn't the chunk stuff basically, like, microwavables? Like, in comparison? Anyway, alright. Let's head over to Chunks. I guess, actually, I want to take a look here and see if I can actually go up to the apartment. I can! Can I intrude on people? Hello, I'm here to annoy you all. Let me in.
What? Well,
Oh, it's
I'll
Dad.
be. Honey, we got ourselves a visitor. I'll get the coffee brewing.
It's my parents!
My God! Oh, you about gave me a heart attack.
Not that we're not thrilled to see you, daughter, but I thought you were under contract with Argos Extractors. Is everything all right?
I can't help but notice that neither of my parents have red hair. Except, I guess the dad is a little bit. Because I'm like, I made my character have red hair. I'm sure they take that into account when they, you know, make the appearances. Don't assume it's bad news. I got a big-time promotion. I'm in Constellation now. I say that, and I have yet to meet any of their members outside of Barrett. But yes, I'm going to say that because it's my parents, and I want them to feel good.
Now, it's just with our family, the news isn't always great, but Constellation? Is this one of those candid camera vids? A joke?
My child is a member of Constellation. I just knew you were special. Didn't I always say that? That you were meant for great things? Great things.
Stop, Mom. You're making me blush.
Hey, if I don't get to sing your praises as much as I like, no one can.
That's fair.
Oh, but you didn't give me any notice. If I'd known I'd have your favorite meal in the oven. And your room is just a mess. Although that's how you left it.
Easy, honey. Let the girl catch her breath. Why don't you settle in? You know you're always welcome.
Thank you. So this is me using the, one of the background traits then, I guess. Because I have my family, I have the adoring fan somewhere, and I'm an extrovert. According to the game. So I can pretty much loot whatever I want from my family's house, right? Do you guys actually have unique dialogue?
I still can't believe it. Constellation.
Oh.
The stories make them seem so exotic.
You gonna keep glitching out, or
well, romantic,
Dad?
almost.
Dad?
How is it for real? You liking it?
All right. The people are really amazing. Well, you know, again, I haven't met them yet. I'm still wrapping my head around being invited to join, honestly.
It's funny how you can live years where the days all blend together. But then out of the blue, whammo, everything's different.
Very true.
I've got some news of my own. You are now officially looking at a retiree. Taught my final class last Thursday. The faculty threw me a party and everything. It's too bad you weren't here then. You could have had some cake.
Congrats, Dad. The university was lucky to have you.
I gave it my good old college try. You see what I did there?
Yes, I do. Thanks,
Enough
Dad.
about that. Anything you want to talk about before you have to go? I mean, stay. Stay as long as you like, but I imagine you're all excited to get to discovering.
You got any plans?
Planning a proper, honest-to-goodness vacation. Nothing too fancy. I've been promising your mom a trip for years, and I got no excuses now.
Fair
Your
enough.
mother's been sending me links all day about such and such deals and excursions, but it'll be good to get out.
How are things going?
Retirement's treating me well, but there are some days I almost missed the classroom. Don't say anything to your mom about this, but she got some work done at Enhance. She keeps looking younger every day, I tell her. Not that I mind.
You guys need anything?
You know, it's supposed to be us taking care of you, right? I'd like to say we'll pay you back the money you sent home. Well, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. More than you know.
You're saying this like it's not common for the child to take care of the parents as they grow older. What? Alright, sure.
Take care, kiddo.
Thank you. Alright, there's our shower. Don't really want to steal from my parents. I guess this is my room. High school backpack!
Regina, the president of...
Oh, I know all about her.
Well, she's making me redo the whole report from scratch because she gave me the wrong information.
You worked on that for days.
I know. I swear next election, I'm stepping down. I can't stand her.
Are we looking for solutions or sympathy?
What? Oh, what's this about?
Fred from the poker group said 90% of all marital strife would go away if you just know whether you need to offer help or a friendly ear.
Fred's a wise man. I suppose sympathy.
Then that Regina is a monster. There ought to be a law.
Damn straight.
Okay.
Grab anything you need.
I'm not going to take anything. I'm just going to leave everything the way it is. Mirrors do not function in this century, it seems. Seriously, a backpack? It's not even bad. Extra capacity and everything. But it's a high school backpack. I'll look ridiculous. And also, this is way better. Actually, it's not. That's the funny thing. The backpack is actually way better. In terms of flat stats. The only thing about this is it also gives me 25% oxygen consumption, which is really helpful. And 20 carry capacity. I don't know how much quote-unquote extra capacity equates to, though. So if I equip this, it's less than the Space Trucker pack. I'm going to leave it here. It's my old pack, for old time's sake. Backpack note from Mom. I patched up your old high school backpack, good as new. There's so many pockets in there. One of them had an old apple, and, well, it's clean now. I know you're all grown up, but the backpack has the best storage on the market. Maybe you could use it with the Argos? If not, let me know and I'll donate it. Love, Mom. We can donate it, Mom. Mine is fine. Plushy Parsec Pooch. Cute. Not touching any of it. Can I actually sleep in my bed still, or... Skin cream, okay, well. Hey, Dad. Where's Mom? Did she walk outside? Oh, hey. You want to talk?
I still can't get over you being here. And it's not even Mother's Day. So, I gotta ask, is there anyone special in your life? With you being in Constellation now, I imagine you are quite the catch.
Not yet. I still haven't talked to them yet. I'm just gonna tell her, sure. I think I may have found some. Nothing to report yet.
Just so you know, your dad cannot wait to be a grandpa.
Uh-huh.
So don't keep him or me waiting too long. I know. I won't get into more right now. I know you didn't live in this apartment long, but I want you to consider this your home away from home.
I will.
Your bed is always yours, no questions asked. I mean, well, I will ask questions, but you can stay here no matter the answers.
I really appreciate it. Wait, why'd you guys never settle down?
It's complicated. Maybe one day I'll get into it. But neither of us mind moving. I think we both have a bit of nomad in us. I think, though, New Atlantis is our forever home.
I really appreciate it.
No bother at all. Stay as long as you like. Anything you want to talk about, dear?
What are you doing these days?
Now that we're both retired, you mean? I keep trying to push your father to do things. Dance lessons, vacation, take some courses. I'm really interested in early colonial art. But he's just happy as a clam reading in his chair for hours. Wants to know the history of every little thing. It's nice to have time to do both, though.
Fair. Any gossip?
Well, one of your old classmates made junior VP at Galbank. Their father was bragging for hours. Can't wait to tell him about Constellation.
Of course. The parental showboating of their kids. You ever consider moving somewhere cheaper? New Atlantis is pricey.
Oh, ain't that the truth? With both of our pensions, we still couldn't afford it. But with what you send home, well, we get by. And of all the places we've lived, New Atlantis is just so full of culture and life.
How much have I been sending home to afford a full apartment? A full apartment. It said 2% of my money.
Welcome anytime.
How much was I making before as a minor? What the hell? Oh, I mean, I guess I was a diplomat before I was a minor, and I assume diplomats make money. Okay, okay, at least there's that. I'm like, as a basic level minor, how much was I sending back home? Jeez. You're not going to ask me about...
Talking with you has made my day. I'm being serious.
I wonder if when my character, if she gets into a romantic relationship or whatever, if she'll bring up this conversation again. Because I kind of want to hear what her dialogue would have been if I had said yes. What would I?
Flamenco.
Oh.
Or we could do salsa.
I told you, my left feet have left feet.
The activity will do you good.
But dancing? I mean, couldn't we... I don't know, do...
Oh, yes. Anything.
All right. Dancing it is. But something beginner-friendly. Like fit for a toddler.
I should probably go and meet Constellation and then bring one of them here to talk to the parents. I think that would be interesting. Okay, that just takes me back. Did I do that? Was that always there? Oh, alrighty then. In that case, we can go back to the lobby. I just need to remember that my parents live in the same building as the incredibly expensive restaurant, which is very nice. You're a generic NPC, fine. Hello, generic citizen. Let's check out the clothing store, I guess. Or maybe not, what? It's not accessible? EIT Clothiers. I thought they were here. Apparently this is just Chunks. Alright, I'm in Chunks now. Hi.
Welcome to Chunks. Please choose your chunks.
Yep, it's actually just fast food. Got it. So you've got Cosmic Red Apple, Baked Potato, Mongolian Beef, ooh, Pumpkin Pie, Red Cheesecake, Poached Egg. That's not terrible. Chocolate, Grilled Chicken, and Cheese Steak. Ooh, these are all kind of cool.
Thanks for choosing Chunks. Which chunks would you like today?
The beleaguered fast food employee.
Welcome to Chunks, home of the best chunks in the settled systems.
And what exactly are chunks made of?
Honestly, you're probably better off not thinking about it.
I can believe that. Oh, you're not... What exactly are they made of?
I just serve the chunks. I don't make them.
Are you really even serving them if it's all like...
Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge.
Yeah, like, are you really serving it to me if it comes out on like a conveyor belt? Does it really count? Okay, well, that was not very inspiring. Nope. Mercury Tower. Got a reception desk and everything.
But why did they replace the handler? I thought the actress was amazing.
She turned him down. She apparently signed on to do some Shakespeare film. King Lear, I think.
King Lear is a classic. So there's a penthouse. Floor access restricted. Okay, I guess I have to buy the penthouse at one point. Presumably. Apollo Tower is over there. This is another Centaurian Arsenal.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures, picking away at the leftovers of the colony war. You'll find them scouring through old labs and facilities, taking whatever's not nailed down.
I can believe it. Athena Tower.
Business has never been better. From your smile, to your hair, to your face, and more. A representative said, enhances...
Oh, you have a name. Oh, you're Tony from earlier. Hey.
Sure hope your day's going as well as mine is. I'm meeting my girlfriend for drinks at the Viewport tonight.
Okay.
Sure hope your day's going as well as mine is.
I wonder if I'll actually see him at the Viewport tonight then. Athena Tower. Anything here? Are you unique or random? You are random. Alright. Is this accessible or is it also... Okay. So I can't come up here. Who lives up here? Hello? Locked, but requires computer. I could unlock this, right? Oh, that's what it meant. You actually need to have access to a computer to unlock it. Alright, fair enough. Alright, maybe this is one of the houses I can buy later. I guess I'll find out as soon as I talk to the person in the real estate, the realty building. Okay. This is CJ's, which is open 49 hours. 49 hours? What is this store? Hello? I presume you are CJ. Okay. It's a convenience store.
Thanks for stopping by. What brings you in?
Honestly, the plants make this place look a little messy. But who am I to judge? Hello?
Need something but don't have a lot of time?
Huh.
That's why I'm here.
How's business?
Nice and steady. Just the way I like it. I've got a good location, plenty of foot traffic, and a ton of people who are in a hurry and need to make a quick stop for the essentials. Things keep going this way, I'm going to start opening franchises all over the settled systems.
That sounds like a plan. You like it here in New Atlantis?
You kidding me? Nowhere else like it in the settled systems. First time I came here as a kid, I knew I was gonna come back and make my mark on this city. Nowhere I'd rather be. And now that I've got this place up and running, it's all coming together.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together. I'd like to see what you have for
Got
sale.
all your basics right here.
Alright. Is it just food? Yeah, it looks like it's just food. Okay, fine. It's whatever. And you sell Terra Brew, which is funny. You would imagine the proprietor would probably not want you selling their product here, but whatever. Zipper bandages. Ooh, it's pricey though. Alright, what do I have to... Oh, you only buy aid stuff. Okay, I see. Wow, Supernova. A liqueur slush floated over a sour punch of exotic alien fruits. 12% persuasion chance for 5 minutes. Fascinating. I'll have to remember that's there. Alright, I guess you don't have much to say to me then.
You.
Bye. That's not the door. Wait, does that mean the other... I was gonna say the other store was open, but no, there's more advertising for the same store here. Okay. This place is really pretty during the day. Yeah, that was the issue of me coming here at night. I was like, I can't see anything. My frames took a small hit just now, but it is what it is. Another biosensor. Ah, here's the clothier store.
Your first day tomorrow?
Yeah, I officially passed my certificate. You're looking at a genuine spaceport technician.
Congrats.
Fancy. You making the large stacks of credits now?
Oh, the largest.
Looks like we're eating at Dawn's Roost tomorrow night.
I was thinking maybe chunks.
Be still, my heart. Beginnings are always so exciting.
Yes, they are. And we're just at the beginning of this adventure. Alright, residences. Where the hell am I? Hello? A restricted area? No admittance? Inaccessible? How could you put that sign there and make it so I can't lockpick it? How dare you? Alright. I can unlock this whenever I want. But would this be, like... I don't see the detection bar. Like, will that thing report me if it sees me? I'm gonna save and see. That's the thing. Okay. Whose apartment is this? Chief Engineer? Chief Engineer's terminal. I'm just gonna read it, I guess. I just snuck in here for some reason. Progress reports. Your progress reports. You have 0 progress reports that require attention. Oh, that was pointless. Why am I in here? I wasted a pick for a reason, right? You have nothing in... Wow. For a chief engineer, you are not doing too well. Living paycheck to paycheck, apparently. Not even food in your fridge. That is pretty crazy looking. I don't want it. I don't want to see it. Okay, well, I just snuck my way in here for no discernible reason. Seriously, though, why am I in here? Is there a purpose to this, or... I guess not. I mean, I could steal the paperweight and stuff, but that seems kind of unnecessary. Alright, well, I guess I'm just gonna leave. That is just free for the taking. It's not considered stealing. I took that by accident, but no one will judge me for it because no one saw me. Alright, so I assume this is just the lounge, more or less. And this could open up. Doesn't look like I can actually do it in-game, but you would be able to open that up and have a nice view. Presumably. That's the elevator that I came out of. Wow, only one accessible... Okay, one accessible room. I'm sure there's going to be a quest or something that'll take me here at some point. I have to assume that's the case. EIT Clothiers. Nice outfits. Hello
Let me
there.
know if I may assist you.
Yes,
You won't
please.
find a larger array of options in all the settled systems, I guarantee you.
You seem very sure of yourself. Well, he's a salesperson. He should be. That's
Who
the
would
point.
You buy from someone who is not?
Correct.
I know what I like. I have a good sense of what most other people like, and the rest is just making sure they're pleased with their purchase. It's clothing, not grav drive tech.
Correct. I'm not sure I really get fashion.
I will tell you a secret. I'm not sure anyone really does. Some act like they have it all figured out, and I admit I am guilty of that myself from time to time. There are, I suppose, a few actively trying to steer the herd, but most are just content to run at the front of the pack and act like they know where it's going. At the end of the day, you must feel comfortable in what you wear. If it speaks to you, what anyone else thinks doesn't matter.
Agreed. Let's see what you've got.
I'm sure you'll be satisfied with the selection.
Is there anything here that will actually have benefits? Or, ooh. 5%. It's a Corpo executive suit. 5% persuasion chance. What do I have equipped right now? Plus 5 health and O2. Now, O2 is pretty good, and the health is pretty good. But having a persuasion outfit is probably a good idea. But that stuff is pricey. What's the cheapest one I can find? Yeah, these are all like 500 bucks or more. Wow, that's fascinating. And then you've got the standard outfits. Okay, I'll pass on it for now. Thank you for your time.
Your patronage is appreciated.
I didn't give you anything, but sure. It also occurs to me that I've already passed a check for this. So, I will buy that. I will invest in my... I'll invest in my persuasion. I still have one more point. Increase maximum health. I could do this. Rank 2 is available. But weightlifting. I'm almost at 2500 and I can almost get level 3. So I do want to keep that stop point for an additional 25 kilograms of loot. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so that takes me back out to the city park area, which I don't exactly want to go into at the moment. So let's take a look at the Reliant Medical building. Hello. Where are all your staff members? Why are there no greeters or anything in any of these buildings? Generic citizen. Let me in. Oh, you walk right into the doctor's office. Okay, no secretary or anything. Fine.
The majority of citizens here in New Atlantis count on Reliant Medical. I believe our reputation speaks for itself.
I assume I can use this. I can craft whatever I like. Okay. So this stuff is all useful. I would like to craft one of these. Yes. You get 1 XP for every single one. That's fine. Not too worried about the other stuff, but I'll have to remember that this is here, so I can always come back and craft something if I need it.
Welcome to Reliant Medical. If you're injured or sick, we can almost certainly assist you.
Almost certainly, huh?
Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or require supplies, I am sure we can accommodate you.
I would like to buy your entire stock of healing spray, because I am completely out. Tell me more about Reliant Medical.
Well, everyone knows Reliant, largest medical provider in the settled systems. They've spent decades advancing medical science with their research division, and have built an entire supply network to keep us all healthy. They've always been quite proud to work here.
You must see a lot of patients.
Well, of course. New Atlantis is a big place. Lots of people, which means no shortage of injuries, communicable diseases. But we're well staffed and do our best to accommodate anyone who needs help.
I'll have to take your word for it because you seem to be the only employee here. I could use some medical supplies, bud.
Well, you've certainly come to the right place.
Excellent. Don't care for the bandages. Ooh. A chem used to enhance close quarters combat effectiveness. 25% melee damage for 5 minutes. That's tempting. Everything is so expensive, though. So expensive. Med packs, please. 500 each? That's so much. That's too much. I've only got 20 grand. So that's 6,000 if I buy it. But if it keeps me alive, I can keep looting. And if I can keep looting, I can make more money. I think I should buy half. Honestly, what is money in the long run? Just buy it all. Okay. Well, there goes all my cash.
May you remain in good health.
I would hope so, but ew, that hurt a lot. That hurt my wallet. Alrighty then. Apparently there's something underneath. Huh. Something underneath MAST. But let's go to the actual public park area, presumably, and get the probe out of it. So what is this? A maze, an art structure. Oh, it's the lodge. Oh, this is where Constellation lives. Huh. I didn't realize they were here. I thought it was like a public park area. Fair enough. Well, since I'm here, I could talk to them. I could, hypothetically.
Private sector. Now that's really...
Thank you. I'll be back. I'll be back. Hey, Vasco. There's actually no one out here enjoying the park. Alright. So let's go back to where I first came through in the middle of the night and see what type of view I was intended to get during the daytime. Oh, it's the Armistice Archives. Okay. I do intend to go in there. Now, I would have come up from down there, right? Yeah.
Working
okay.
at the Office of Interstellar Affairs
Oh, hi.
is honestly my dream job.
I would have seen this and I would have turned around to see that. Look at that.
The terramorph threat is real. If encountered, these alien predators should be avoided at all costs. Do not attempt to engage. Report any sightings immediately to United Colonies authorities. Seek shelter and wait for a Marine detachment to jump in and eliminate the threat. The Settled Systems News Network. News you can trust.
I'm kind of like, hey, you want to step over here, guys?
Trees here are quite beautiful.
You've got multiple named people walking around.
Another derelict vessel has been found. All hands aboard were dead, and the sign
Hello.
Diplomacy will never die. The question is, will it be used in good faith?
What are your duties here?
I used to work in interstellar affairs before I was dismissed due to some of the differences I had with management. But I am not retired, not by a long shot. After all, I can do more when detached from the strings of bureaucracy.
Fair enough. Now that you're out of interstellar affairs, how do you spend your time?
I do a lot of reading and take walks through the district. We don't have trees like this on the other systems. There's a calming presence about them, but that belies their inner strength. After all, neither you nor I could pull out the roots of a tree on our own.
True.
For while there is beauty above, everything that matters happens under the surface.
You sound like a spy. What do you think of the embassy district?
It's grand, isn't it? Testament to humanity's ability to compromise and cooperate. Let's be honest. The treaty is nothing more than a carefully crafted artifice. If it's a testament to anything, it's mankind's ability to lie to itself.
You think the peace is a lie? There's only passion? And through passion you gain strength?
Yes.
And through strength you gain
The war with
power?
The Freestar Collective hasn't ended.
Through power, you
The
gain
director
victory.
has merely called for an intermission, and the audience has departed to the lobby.
And through victory, your chains are broken, and the Force will free you.
Stagehands at MAST are busy preparing for the next act.
I'm looking for work. Maybe I can help you.
Excellent. I do have something you can help me with. In my spare time, I like to collect plants. The rarer, the better, especially from Earth. One of my prized collections is an olive seed. I'd like you to plant this seed in the atrium, so that it may grow and be a symbol for peace.
Why not plant the seed yourself?
Incidentally, I did try, but the god had other ideas. Bad ideas, I'm sure, involving more bruises than I was willing to endure. But if you are the sneaky type, perhaps you can do it undetected.
I can try. Why plant the seed here?
A lone olive tree growing in this garden of alien life would send a message.
An olive branch?
People
Yeah.
might interpret it as a message from God. And truth be told, I'm counting on that to happen. Some might call it manipulation.
Yes.
But I like to think we're helping people choose what they need, rather than what they want.
Okay, I'll do it.
Thank you. I'll have a reward for you when you return.
Thank you. I'll do this at some point. Oh, and I can straight up just hand it over to the guard. Where is this? Olive branch. A man in the embassy district asked me to plant an olive seed in hopes that it will serve as a symbol of peace. Yeah, I think it's for a good cause. Now, where's that girl who was here earlier? Did she wander off? I was hoping she'd stick around. I don't know who she was anymore. It's not you. I lost track of her while I was talking to the other guy. Is it you? You're all just citizens. Avery, you.
Chief Diplomat Yassine runs a tight ship at the Office of Interstellar Affairs. I can't get enough of all the trees around here.
Are you from New Atlantis?
No, I'm from Neon. I moved here a couple months ago for a job at the Office of Interstellar Affairs.
And what is this Office of Interstellar Affairs?
It's a part of MAST's administrative wing. We handle relations between the UC and the Freestar Collective. One of our main focuses is making sure the armistice stays intact. I don't think anybody wants another war.
No, I don't think so. How do you like living here?
Oh, I love it. I think New Atlantis is the most beautiful place in the settled systems. I can't believe how many trees there are in the city.
Yeah, you've already said that a few times. I hope you're settling in well.
Thanks. Maybe I'll see you around.
Perhaps so. Bye.
The House of Enlightenment is organizing its annual charity auction for the widows and orphans.
Okay, so I could go into MAST or the Lodge, but I kind of want to check out the Armistice building back here.
Just tell me how many zeros I need to add to the offer.
I'm sorry, sir, but we can't sell to UC citizens only.
Oh, it's the realty. Okay.
I think I understand.
Yep.
The cost to put me down as a citizen would be what exactly?
Sir, bribery is a crime in the colonies.
Fine. Perhaps I'll just be having a chat with your superiors then. Good day.
I can't stand these kinds of people. I run into them all the time at work too.
UC and their damned regulations.
Right.
UC homes can only be purchased by UC citizens, so you know up front.
Right, I'm not a UC citizen, I know. But you can at least tell me the price, right?
Now to settle down and make New Atlantis home. If you're a citizen, of course.
Yes, but you can at least tell me what the price is, right? Bethesda, please. Bethesda.
Welcome to
Oh, boy.
Feeling Realty. I'm Zora, and I'm here to help with whatever you may need. What brings you in today? Looking to settle down, or move up in the world, or just window shopping?
Window shopping, actually. I don't think I could afford to live here.
You know, a lot of people say that after they see the big high-rises with the fancy lobbies. Truth is, there's always an option. Don't count yourself out. I'm here if you
Debatable.
have any more questions, or if you'd like to look at properties.
I would like to look at the properties. You have any properties outside of New Atlantis?
Oh, don't I wish. Between UC regulations and demand here in the city, I haven't had a chance to branch out yet. But you best believe I'm keeping an eye on the situation and actively lobbying for a little more leeway.
Fair enough. I'd like to hear about what you have for sale.
Okay, let me just pull up your data.
Oh, I know I'm not a citizen. Just tell me what the prices are.
I'm sorry, but you're not a United Colony citizen. I'm afraid property ownership here in New Atlantis isn't available to you. If you take the exciting step of becoming a citizen, we'll be here for you.
Alright, fine. You won't even show me
Enjoy your
unless I'm
time
a
in New
citizen.
Atlantis.
I'm going to become a citizen sooner or later, because it doesn't seem to restrict me from becoming a citizen of the free peoples, or whatever they call it as well, so... The Free Star Collective, I think, is what they call it? Yeah, that's the embassy right there. Okay, first things first, I would like to come over here and deal with that, Armistice Archive. I assume this is going to have a lot of history. It's probably going to be a lot of lore and background information, which I am all for.
By the Free Star Collective's ragtag fleet, both sides decided the time had come to bring the colony war to an end. So, the two parties came together to negotiate the terms of the armistice. Fleet sizes would be capped, mechs and xeno weapons
Outlawed, but they still did it anyway.
would be kept under lock and key in their own special archive, which actually rests below our feet as we speak. Hello. And while these new restrictions transformed the settled systems overnight, entire economies were upended with the flick of a pen. They also marked the start of something critical: cooperation between the United Colonies and the Free Star Collective for the first time in decades. A pledge between the powers for a more harmonious future. Thank you for listening.
I would like to talk to the historian.
The UC and the Free Star Collective traded a lot of lives for not a lot of gain. But I guess that's war, isn't it?
Correct.
I honestly expected this place to be a lot more...
If you told someone 20 years ago the UC would lose a war to the Free Star Collective, they'd probably suggest you get your head examined.
Yeah, I did see in one of the loading screens that the UC actually lost the fight. Hello.
It's a fascinating subject, the colony war, though I'm thankful I didn't have to participate.
Fair.
There was a lot of debate as to where the archive should be built. It was a gesture of good faith from the Free Star Collective that it was built here.
Okay.
The archives themselves are off limits, but you're free to look around up here. This is a place for quiet reflection, so please keep chatting to a minimum. This is a place for quiet
Okay,
reflection,
so
please keep chatting to a minimum.
when I came in here, I was kind of expecting to see, like, codex entries, lore, plaques, stuff like that. I guess I can try the elevator here, but she did say that the archives themselves are off limits, so... Wait, I can just come down here anyway. Oh, I see. The Armistice Archives. We recall the cost of unfettered war. We stand as the bulwark of peace. Oh, let's not talk about the texture work on that. Hello.
Keep it civil, or we will.
Safeguard the past and secure the future.
Not supposed to be talking to you.
Fair enough. Let me in. So if I just step inside, how much trouble will I be in? I'm gonna do it. No one's stopping me. It says authorized entrance only. I'm clearly not authorized, but alright, you just let me in. That's stealing. That's not stealing. Why is this place such a mess? Seriously, why does no one clean up down here or what? Hello. Authorized entry only. All personnel require MAST Tech Alpha clearance, no visitors. And this side is probably the Free Star access. Yeah, okay. So that's the Free Star version. It's locked and requires a master lock. Too difficult. Okay, so these guys will not talk to me anyway. I'm sure I'm going to be able to come in as a representative for one or the other. I'd probably have to control it from inside in order to unlock that. Okay. Alright, I'll be back another time then. In that case, I'll just go to the Free Star Embassy right next door. I think it's right over here. Now, I also heard that the cult of the snake people is around here somewhere as well. They have an embassy of their own, is what I was told. So it'll be quite interesting to see that. Under heavy guard, aren't we? No representatives? Okay. Hello.
No loiter. Unless you've got embassy business, I suggest you mosey along.
Floor access is restricted, okay. Alright, I have no reason to be here then, I guess. But I was sent over here to gain the documents for the other guy, right? The representative. But since I helped him, maybe I'm no longer allowed to go up? I don't know. Hello, Evie Martinez.
Collective has no place in New Atlantis.
What's your problem with the FC?
What's my problem with them?
Did they give you that haircut?
I'm keeping the FC accountable for the terrible things they've done. The Colony War was an unforgivable tragedy. Countless lives could have been spared, but the Freestar Collective was out for blood. The Freestar Collective took my father away from me.
Your grief is blinding you to reality. That's not what happened.
Oh, please. Grief has nothing to do with it. Facts are facts. And the fact of the matter is that my dad would be alive if the FC never broke the Treaty of Narian.
What do you think should happen to the FC embassy?
Well, I want it torn down, of course. The fact that there's even an embassy for them here after what they did, it's infuriating. Tear it down. Tear it all down.
Diplomacy is needed in order to make sure another colony war won't happen again. We need that embassy.
Ha! Diplomacy? That doesn't mean anything to the FC. They'll break any law and treaty that they feel like. It doesn't matter to them.
Alright, bye.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. It's like...
When someone insults you, you want to just...
Oh, they all have names.
Shit out of them sometimes. But you don't.
Well, not quite what I was thinking, but that's actually a great example, Marcus. The man in the story was cruel. Do you know why he was cruel? You must feel what he feels. Understand his pain. Accept it. And deliver it not back upon him.
Empathy. You mean empathy? But you say it like it's easy. Like anyone can just love a terrible person who has been terrible to them.
Yeah, why even bother? I mean, isn't the cycle of humanity peace and war back and forth like forever? It's kind of pointless to try so hard for something that won't last. Nothing ever really changes.
It's not easy, no, but necessary. Because you see, everything has changed. God has given us the intelligence, the ingenuity to reach into the stars.
Sanctum Universum, okay. I assume these are basically like university students, more or less. And that's like a professor. Or it's a cult. Could be a cult.
Yes. Unity. Well, I'm sure you all have other things to do. Thank you for taking the time to stop and talk with me.
Alright.
Oh, hi there. I'm Marcus Lestari. Are you interested in the Sanctum Universum?
You want to tell me what that is? Sure, I'm interested.
Glad to hear it.
Oh, it's a church.
Time for the church. We're growing every day, and we've been getting more interested visitors lately, too. Actually, we've had a few visitors come by recently, but they have yet to come visit us again. This strikes me as a good opportunity. I'm wondering, would you like to go check in with those visitors and welcome them back to our church? Maybe all they need is just another invitation. And don't worry, I'll pay for your effort, of course.
Sure, if you're willing to pay. Why not reach out to them yourself as a member of the church? Very good question.
Well, that's why. We want to keep growing our community, but sometimes people can be suspicious of others who are already heavily involved in the church. A new face like yourself might make the prior visitors more comfortable with returning, and you all may learn something along the way. Either something about the church or about yourselves.
So you think paying a random stranger to do that for you would not send the same message? Alright, sure, I'll do it.
Excellent. Their names were Tony, Evie, and Johan.
I know Tony
When you
and
check in with
Evie,
them,
but not
give them
Johan.
one of these slates. It's just a little something welcoming them back, if they're interested. If you want, take some time to talk with them, get to know them, and why they were interested in the Sanctum Universum. In any case, when you're done, come back to me, and I'll give you your payment.
Sure.
Are you a member? Keeper Aquilus seems to know what he's talking about.
Okay, so that was the only character who was actually going to talk to me.
Once, and I don't know, I felt something. Thought I was crazy at first.
Okay, and everyone else is just...
Even just the sound of his voice is...
Yeah, everyone else just has, like, generic dialogue.
I guess.
More or less.
Aquilus has
Yeah.
helped me through some tough times lately.
Okay, well, Evie's right over here, isn't she?
Pardon. There are worse ways to spend the day than talking.
Hey.
What do you want? I'm very busy.
Relax. Marcus Lestari from the Sanctum Universum wanted me to deliver this to you. Actually, that's no way to talk to a hard-working delivery person.
Delivery? Let me see. Oh, yeah. I went to the Sanctum Universum a while back. I haven't checked it out again, though.
It's your choice to take a look again if you want. What are your thoughts on the Sanctum Universum?
It's interesting. The whole literally finding God thing is comforting to me, in a way. Wait, why am I telling you this?
Good question. Maybe you should visit again.
I'm not sure.
It's up to you, I don't care.
The truth is that I want to believe in it all. The Sanctum Universum believes that God gave us the ability to grab jumps so that we can search for him and find him. If that's true, maybe I can find my dad as well. I lost him when I was just a little girl. I can barely remember him.
So why didn't you ever go back to the church?
Because if it all ends up not being real, I'd be devastated.
It's all about faith, though. Talking with other members might help you with your grief. Yeah, talking to people in general would be good,
I don't
too.
need a lecture from you.
Fair enough.
Listen, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'll go back if I want to.
Okay, fine. You do you. Can I actually read the slate? Invitation slate. Oh. It's just a slate inviting the prior visitor to the Sanctum Universum Church. I still don't know too much about it. So apparently they literally want to find, like, physical existence of God. I mean, sure, all the more power to them, but alright. Let me go find Tony, because I know he's chilling over here somewhere. I just saw him not that long ago. Citizen, okay. You were chilling over here. I have no idea who the last guy is, though. I don't think I've met Johan yet. Tony. Tony. Aren't you around here somewhere? You have very distinct hair, so at least I'll recognize you from a crowd. That's not him. Where is he? Okay, I've lost him. I assume there's going to be a quest marker, like, above his head if I really need him. Yes, okay. Where are you, bud? Oh, he's over here. He's moved locations. That's fine. Or not. He's gone out to... Oh, he's probably gone for dinner. He did say he was going to the viewport with his girlfriend, so maybe I can find him here now. Maybe his shift is over. I don't know what time it is.
Hey, I think we should meet up at Chunks later and grab something to eat.
You do you, bud. Or ma'am. Yeah, he's at the viewport. Okay.
Hi. How you doing?
Or not. What? Mildly confused. Oh, he's up here now. Okay. Hey, you
If
moved.
you ask me, I think I could live on coffee if I had to.
Marcus Lestari from the Sanctum Universum asked me to give this to you.
Oh, thank you, I guess.
Okay.
An invitation, huh? Yeah, I checked out the church a few weeks ago, but I haven't gone back yet.
Can I ask you why you visited in the first place?
My girlfriend and I want to leave New Atlantis and travel the settled systems. We've been working our butts off, and my girlfriend is so excited. I'm excited too, but it's still a little scary, you know? We've been in New Atlantis all our lives. We don't even really know what to expect out there. I guess I was seeking out some sort of comfort from the church. I don't really know.
That's fair. You should visit again sometime. I think Marcus would be happy to see you again.
I don't know. I don't want to disappoint anyone in case I stop going.
That's also
the
fair.
church was interesting, but how can anyone know for certain that it's all real? Doesn't that bother anyone else? I guess that's probably why I never went back. There's no certainty.
That's just a part of life. We have to learn to live without all the answers. True. And that's true. Nothing is certain, but maybe speaking with the other members will be a comfort either way.
Maybe. I guess it couldn't hurt to visit again and talk with the others. I wonder if any of them felt how I do now when they started going to the church. But anyways, I have to get going. Thanks for talking with me and for taking the time to deliver this. Take care.
You're welcome. See you later. Alright, time to get back down from here then. I wasn't expecting him to have gone all the way up here. I would now like to go back to doing the tree thing. Oh, what the... let me out. Thank you. I was gonna say he looked unique, but he's not. Okay. Back to the MAST. Or not. Apparently there's still a tree in the residential district that I'm missing. Huh. Oops. So where exactly... Oh. How did I miss this one? I guess I didn't pick it up again after after I fell off the the balcony there. Thank you. And now take me over to the other side. I've not yet been to the commercial district, so this will be interesting, I think. And the MAST is right there. Alright.
It took years to get it looking just like this.
Whatever you say.
I know, you think this is a joke of a job. But keeping the grounds immaculate, you can take pride in it.
Nobody cares. Nobody's looking at it.
I'm looking at it.
Greens are the heart of the commercial district. And if it's clean, if it's thriving, so is New Atlantis.
I'm just here for the paycheck.
Wow.
You'll come around. You'll see.
Do you actually have dialogue or... Nope.
I got to admit, it smells real good here. Great. I guess I'm a gardener now.
You don't sound happy about your job at all, dude. Granted, I do know there's supposed to be job placements and stuff in this civilization, but still. Oh, another Tenebrew. Or Terabrew.
As you can see, traffic is good. The sales keep climbing.
And there are 2 locations in New Atlantis?
Yes, and the sales in the fest didn't dip at all when the second store opened.
Impressive.
Times change, but one thing's constant. People need coffee.
And barbers, yep.
Report back, but this is very encouraging. You can tell they put a lot of care into their franchises.
If you want a coffee, see the barista.
I would like to talk to you.
Excuse me.
Oh.
I'm meeting
There's
with
no
a client.
Terra Brew back home, but maybe that needs to change.
Oh, franchising.
Thanks for choosing Terra Brew. What can I get you? Hello and welcome to Terra Brew. How may I serve you?
You're gonna say the same thing as the other lady said, aren't you?
Corporate policy requires me to state that everything Terra Brew offers is my favorite.
Fair enough. I can respect that. Bye. Alright.
Box office records with its release. The latest Interceptor movie also set records in production costs and delays. Many of the sequences were shot on location with the director insisting on authenticity at all costs. But the extravagant gamble paid off, and the movie is poised to take the award.
So, let's head right back over to the church area, because I do intend to go into it. I kind of want to talk to the keeper dude who was there. Aquilus, I think his name was? Apply for a job at Ryujin Industries kiosk. Sure, why not? Job application. Welcome to the Ryujin Industries job application. All questions must be answered in order for your application to be submitted. Work experience. How many years of experience do you have working in a secretarial position or corporate environment? I'm going to say 5 to 9. How familiar are you with Ryujin Industries and its product lines? A little. What is your proficiency with computers in regards to typing and file management? High. What level of education have you completed? I was a diplomat, so I'll pretend I have a bachelor's? Master's? Do you have a history of criminal activity? Not yet. Your application is now complete. To officially submit your application, please select Submit Application below. Answers may no longer be changed beyond this point. I have to travel to Neon. Okay. Thank you for submitting your application. Please report to Imogen Salzo on the operations floor at Ryujin Tower in Neon for your interview. Sure. About us. Our mission statement: to deliver the best quality, life-improving technology today before you need it tomorrow. Ryujin Industries has been a leader in technology since its creation. We strive towards advancement and believe that there is always room for improvement. Fulfilling customer desires is our #1 goal. Oh, this is long. Ryujin Industries was founded by Rei Desaris and Itaru Saito in 2307. Desaris had a dream of applying her vast knowledge as a biotech engineer to the improvement of everyday life. And when she met the business-minded Itaru Saito, it wasn't long before Ryujin Industries was formed. Ryujin's first product was based on Dekari's neurological research and would prove to be a major breakthrough in technology, the NeuroAmp. NeuroAmps would propel Ryujin to the top of the tech industry and solidify their position as a major contender for years to come. It wasn't long before Ryujin Industries began to look to other major forays into the tech world, and in 2310, Taiyo Astroneering joined the fold and continues to be a leader in spacecraft engineering and design today. With a growing business, Dekaris and Saito worked with Benjamin Bayou. I know about that name. He's the guy who runs Hopetown, right? Oh no, he runs one of the Freestar Collective locations, I think. To build the massive Ryujin Tower. He's probably running Neon. The incredible effort would showcase a strong relationship between Ryujin Industries and the city of Neon. Ryujin Industries was adding to Neon's prestige as something more than just a pleasure city, and Neon being an attractive bonus to working at Ryujin. Over time, Ryujin Industries would also incorporate Arboron, Drone, and Tranquility into their family. These subsidiaries would further strengthen Ryujin as a formidable competitor and expand their reach into different aspects of life. Today, Ryujin continues to be an industry leader with eyes always pointed towards the future. What are neuroamps? Millions of people benefit from our neuroamps every day. Neuroamps are designed to improve overall brain function in order to boost your quality of life. They've been used in medical monitoring, neurological healing, and as mental stabilizers to help with sleep, anxiety, and social skills. The first neuroamp, I was going this close to saying neuromod. The first neuroamp was created by Rei Desaris, a biotech engineer who specialized in neurological designs. Dekaris was determined to harness the power of the mind to improve aspects of everyday life. While initially only approved for military use, neuroamps became a public commodity in 2315 and continue to be Ryujin's primary product today. In the news. See the latest news at Ryujin Industries. As the leading technology corporation in the settled systems, we love to keep our customers up to date. All articles were written by Ryujin Industries' marketing department. Celebrating 20 years. So it's what, 2330? Ryujin Industries and Taiyo Astroneering celebrated their 20th anniversary this year. Back in 2310, Simon Taiyo, the son of Taiyo Astroneering's founder, signed a deal with Ryujin Industries to become the first official subsidiary. The two companies have since celebrated incredible innovations in spacecraft engineering, and Taiyo has remained a top competitor in the spacecraft industry ever since. In commemoration of this historic moment, Ryujin threw a massive gala at the Astral Lounge. It was said to be one of Neon's most prestigious events of the year. Several other CEOs were in attendance, including Synthetic Solutions' Bastian Porter and Hope Tech's very own Ron Hope. Rui Dakaris herself also made an appearance as one of the Ryujin's founders and made a toast alongside Masako Imada and Simon Taiyo to future success. And they're now hiring. Ryujin Industries has announced that we are once again hiring the best and brightest of the settled systems. As a corporation, we're always taking on new hires. However, public announcements of job opportunities are rarely seen, making this a first in the past 2 years. We hope that many aspiring engineers and opportunists will see this as their chance to join our ever-growing team. Our latest ad campaign has interested candidates. Our latest ad campaign for interested candidates can be heard in both New Atlantis and Neon. Our job application is available on any Ryujin information kiosk. Cool. And our subsidiaries. Wow, there's a bunch of them. Ryujin Industries is proud to include the following companies within our network. Arboron. Protecting what matters most. Number 1 in craftsmanship and style, Arboron has soared to the top of innovative weapons manufacturers faster than any of our competitors. We create reliable and durable products so that you can feel secure when you need them most. Visit our storefront at Ryujin Tower in Neon today. Drone. The Hive Essentials. Much like the hardworking honeybee, Drone seeks to organize and improve upon your daily life with our line of household robots. We understand the importance of time, which is why our robots specialize in undertaking those mundane tasks of household maintenance and everyday chores. Spend your time doing what you want to do, and let your drone do the work. Check out our latest models at our sales office in Ryujin Tower. Okay. Taiyo Astroneering, Style Among the Stars, the best design in spacecraft. Period. Taiyo Astroneering has led the spacecraft industry in design for decades. We are consistently among the most recognized brands, with multiple awards each year for luxury, quality, and dependability. Our engineers and designers work hard to bring our customers that feeling of comfort and safety as you travel among the stars to reach your destination. Visit our showroom at Ryujin Tower in Neon. And finally, Tranquility. Relax, revitalize, reflect. Our special blends are made with the finest ingredients, chosen for both flavor and aroma. Whether you need peace or energy, find what you need. Find what you seek with Tranquility. Visit our store and meet our blend master at Ryujin Tower in Neon. Alright, cool. Wasn't expecting to get dragged into that, but alright. I think the church is right up ahead. I don't know what this is, but I'll find out. That's some interesting headwear. I don't think I'll ever be wearing that. Unless I come across one that's like really good. Let's go. Oh wow. Fascinating. Who are you?
I take a few trips each year now. No real destination in mind. It's the jumping that matters.
Hi, Rosa.
One simple jump. The same as I've made dozens of times before, and something touched me. Something warm and kind and good.
Okay.
The first time I came to New Atlantis, I met Thomas. Thought it was absolutely crazy. Oh, how that's changed.
I don't think I'm a big fan of your headgear.
Our numbers are growing every year. Aquilis's message really connects with people.
I feel like I just interrupted his dialogue, which is really unfortunate.
You know, there are folks I sometimes see only once every few years. In between, they're just out there.
I'm also jumping. Among the grav jumps. Among the grav jumps, God seeks you. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? Any common attribute invites comparison to some more pure form of it. And as we work our way up to the tree of attributes, from apples to red, to color, to waveforms, to energy, to space-time, to existence, we find fewer and fewer branches to explore. All of reality eventually converges into a single point. Some call it Omega, others Telos. Some call it God, but its true nature is best understood in another way. For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, It exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. To say that it exists is effectively redundant, as it is, in fact, existence itself. Our being derives from being. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind, but what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even those metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive surging sea. More urgently, this being, which gave rise to reality itself, seeks to understand its consequence, by which I mean you and me. Our senses are limited and only able to perceive 3 dimensions as we are helplessly flung along the 4th in a single direction. But our finest minds tell us that the universe has at least 12 dimensions, and who knows what further knowledge may be revealed in time. From our meager capacity, the universe is not simply unexplored, but fully unknowable in any comprehensive sense. And so, we rely on revelation. We submit ourselves to direct communion with the one source of truth, for truth is another of its attributes, even as all separate aspects resolve into simplicity. To know the truth, we must know the truth. And that truth wishes to know us as well. Our physical embodiments are limited to movement in 3 dimensions, just as fabric is bound to and defined by its warp and weft. But we have a power that raises us above the unminded matter that merely exists without will. We can bend the fabric of space-time, rending warp from weft, peering through the veil that we may otherwise mistake for all that there is. When we do so, by jumping from point to point, we are not merely moving in space, but also becoming voyagers into a new level of understanding. Those moments between grav jumps are not simply nothingness, but glimpses into understanding of the mystery that underlies all reality. To know that truth is to become closer to the divine ourselves. This is the purpose of our lives. The purpose of the Sanctum Universum is to guide you in these experiences, so each opportunity to know is not squandered. Seek out Aquilus, let him open your heart to the understanding that is no different from your mind, and join us as we seek further communion and increase our sharing in the nature of the divine. Okay. Sure, I assume that's Aquilus in here then? Pretty sure there's another church somewhere though, because that was one of the traits that I could have picked.
Is there anything I can help with?
Yes, you can tell me all about your
I
religion.
always have the perfect advice for people, but I try to just be here for them. I think that's what they really need more than anything else.
That is a fair approach.
Worldly wisdom or just a friendly ear?
Huh. The meaning of life would be good for a start.
It would, wouldn't it? Well, if you find it, be sure to come back and let me know. It would make the next sermon more memorable, if nothing else. And in the meantime, while it isn't quite so profound, I might suggest reading some of our works. Among the Grab Jumps is a good place to start. I'm sure you can find a copy lying about. And if you
I just read it.
decide to read it, perhaps you'd let me know what you think. See if it speaks to you, as it has to others.
Yes, of course. I just reread it recently, in fact.
Excellent, excellent. Tell me, what did you think?
I don't think... the ideas... didn't make any sense.
Oh, don't feel badly about that. It doesn't speak to everyone. Perhaps you just haven't had an experience that allows you to connect with it.
Possible.
Perhaps in time, this place will mean something to you too. But if not, that's all right. We'll be here either way if you ever need us.
Oh, I just got free experience for that. Nice. Extrovert. I've always needed to be surrounded by people. I don't know what if I want to do that anymore. Really?
Oh, it's very easy to lose yourself focusing on others. Life can be a distraction sometimes from your own growth, your spiritual development. Does that sound right?
That's not it. It's hard to put into words. This is going to get rid of my extrovert trait, isn't it? But I want my extrovert trait. I want to have companions with me all the time. I do want to grow, spiritually and emotionally.
Don't let that fire die. It can lead to the greatest discoveries. The ones that lie inside. The good news is, you can change. All of us can. It's not easy. And you already made the first step. Being self-aware.
I do not want to remove that extrovert trait. Actually, I'm not sure I want to after all.
And that in itself is a revelation. You take care.
Thank you.
I may not always have the perfect
Okay.
advice for people. Were you seeking worldly...
I'm trying to find the lodge.
Ah, the Intrepid Explorers. Well, you're very nearly there. Just down the path. They're an interesting bunch. I hope you enjoy your visit.
Thank you.
And I may say, if perhaps once you've done with Constellation, and you find yourself desiring more, let's say, metaphysical knowledge, consider stopping by the church and reading some of our writings. Among the grav jumps is a good starting point, I think. Perhaps we could discuss it when you've had a chance to look
I've
it over.
already discussed this with you.
Excellent, excellent.
I didn't care for it.
Well, you wouldn't be the first.
My beliefs simply differ from yours. Graph jump technology hasn't changed anything.
Well, yes, that certainly is a point of disagreement. If you've read my work, then you know I believe it's changed everything. But even if all I've managed to do is to get you to stop and think for a moment, I consider that a success. Thank you for your honesty, and know that even if our beliefs differ, the church will always be here should you need it.
Okay, so this place is not as bad as I was fearing. I don't feel too bad about recommending those people to come back. Because all things considered, he's pretty open-minded. And he's not like a crazy zealot or anything like that. So you're a priest.
Keeper by title. But yes, I suppose the title fits.
I just don't like their hats.
I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to be here.
They're like shower
for those
caps.
Who need us, who find meaning in our message.
Can you tell me about the Sanctum Universum?
Well, we're a newer organization, at least officially. Our facility here in New Atlantis has only been around a few decades. But we're gaining new members all the time. I think people have been grasping for something to express what they're experiencing, and I'm glad we can be here for them.
How nice for you. Alright, bye.
The Sanctum will always be here.
Oh,
for those who see.
when did you come in here? Alright. Well, that was enlightening. Part of me wants to go to Constellation now. But let's do the commercial district first. Commercial district, Constellation, and then the MAST, and then I can say hi to my mom. No. Constellation, talk to parents, then go to the MAST. That is my current plan. So what is this building then? What are you? Do not enter. Restricted area. Security monitoring on premises. Alright. I'm sure there has to be a side entrance then, yes? Maybe around the actual building itself? Or not. There might be nothing out here. That's a distinct possibility, yes. Hiya! I do not jump high enough. Unfortunate. But if I get a jetpack, that may be all I need. I still haven't figured out how to activate the boost pack stuff. But that's okay. I think I'm on the outside of the entire place now, so this is not great. I should probably go back inside the city itself. Okay, we've made it back into the city. Let's just start with the Gall Bank. Let's just start with the bank. Hello.
New Atlantis is a really safe city, which is cool if you like that sort of thing. To each their own.
I heard someone's called Tracker. Oh.
Invest in the settled systems. Expensive as hell, but once you are kitted out, we can go after the big bounties.
Oh, they're bounty hunters. Okay.
Just wish everyone wasn't staring at us.
Screw them. Let's do some business.
Let's get down to business.
Not looking for trouble.
If you need serious firepower, Outland's one of the best.
So this is the weapons merchant. Got it.
Being in the UC always makes sense.
Alright, let's talk to this lady who sounds vaguely depressed. Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Hey yourself.
Yeah, good talk.
Can you tell me more about yourself?
Why?
I'm a social butterfly.
Funny. I'm more of a caterpillar person myself, but fine. You win. I like to paint, I like to crochet, pretty much hate everything else. You're starting to grow on me, though. Like a fungus. But I like mushrooms. Guess that's the third thing.
That's cool. What are you doing here?
Trying to get a job at Galbank. It's the big building with the word Galbank on it.
Thanks. I figured that much up. Yeah, it's the building we're in right now. You're funny. I like you.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah. I'd like to be a banker. It'll be fun.
You have the education for it, or what? Why do you want to work at Galbank?
Because magic isn't real, which means I can't be a necromancer.
Fair enough.
I figured being a soul-sucking banker was the next best thing.
Alright. What about a lawyer? Have you considered that? Anything else I can do for you?
Yeah. Find a Galbank teller and deposit all your creds into my bank account. It'll be paid, of course. Eventually.
I find that unlikely, but bye.
See ya.
I guess I can't help her get a job here. Landry and Matthew.
As always, all Galbank transactions are secure and guaranteed.
I just interrupted the conversation again. I keep doing that. Hello, Landry.
Well, listen, I have a lot on my plate right now, and
I'm a
you
guest?
don't look like a new hire stumbling through their first day. Who exactly are you?
Just a starship captain seeing what New Atlantis has to offer.
Really? Huh. You have your own ship? Oh, this is perfect.
You have a job for me?
Kismet, really. I have a business proposition for you that could help us both out. Very lucrative.
Doesn't sound legal. Yeah, is it legal?
You're a law and order type? Well, this is perfect. This job is literally serving justice. Galbank is the aggrieved party, and if you help me, you help all of us.
You're buttering me up pretty thick.
So you see right through me. You've got a good eye. You are just the person I'm looking for. Well, confession time. I might just be a little desperate.
Sounds like it, yes.
The world of credit analysis, dealing with deadbeats and reprobates is, it's a tough field. What I need is a ringer, someone that can collect some of our top delinquent offenders. What I need is you. You work with me, and the fee you get will be huge.
You want me to be a debt collector? Yeah. How many credits are we talking about?
Oh, I can tell you're eager. That's good. But we'll start small and work our way up to the worst offenders.
I'm sure they're going to give me options to pay for these people if they deserve it. So I will take this task and we'll see from there. What's so difficult about debt collection?
If you haven't noticed, and I'm guessing you have, the settled systems is big. Like really big. Someone gets seriously underwater, they skip the system. And it's a real pain to track them down. Sad truth is, we can't track everyone down, so credit analysis always has a black eye when reporting to the higher-ups.
Fair enough. But yeah, if this is anything like the Moriarty quest in Fallout 3, I would rather not do that quest at all. Oh, no, I can let Silver leave. That's right. Yeah, so there are always alternatives, hopefully. Tell me about the Mark, then.
Yes! So, we got a Galaxy-class con man took out a loan to franchise a restaurant.
Okay.
Turns out, surprise, it was a scam. And Dieter Maliki jumps system. Now, he's holed up in a literal shack in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe it?
Yes, I can.
The job is simple. Get Dieter to pay. And we don't want him dead. We don't want him hurt. Just close his account like an honest citizen.
Okay. Is he dangerous?
Well, I mean, yes. We're not the only ones looking for him.
He's a con man,
you
yeah.
don't dome up on a dust ball unless you're serious about dodging your civic responsibilities.
What happens if he dies?
If he dies, then his assets go to probate, and we can get paid. So if he forces you into an it's you or him situation, it's A-okay for Galbank's bottom line if you choose him.
Fair enough.
But I cannot stress this enough. This is not the ideal outcome. We wanted him liquidated, we'd have put a tracker on him.
You could just straight up get assassins? Alright. I mean, yeah, they're bounty hunters, but still. How do I get them to pay?
You may need to lean on them, scare them. Nothing illegal, just talk to them. And don't listen to any sob stories he tells you. Any job I give you, I guarantee there's not some poor sick aunt that needs credits for surgery. These are scofflaws, scum, flagrantly violating the terms of their gal bank agreements.
Okay, let's collect some debt.
I'll send over all the details. You find Dieter and bring his account current.
Sounds like a
I
plan.
hate to end on this note, but you know, not everyone's a straight arrow. You cut a deal with Dieter. Honestly, I have no way of knowing. But don't expect any more jobs from me. Best of luck. I believe in you.
Okay. We'll see how that goes. Can I actually go up here? Galbank Archives? Yeah, obviously I won't be allowed. Yeah. Okay, I'm out of here. In that case, let's check out the weaponry systems. Hello, Outland. Wow. Is that supposed to be Caesar? Huh.
You're only as safe as your equipment out there.
True, Cornelius Towner.
Welcome to Outland. We deal in only the finest, most reliable gear for whatever adventures may await you. All of our products come highly recommended by individuals who have devoted their lives to distant travel. And while I've never needed them myself, I stand by everything we offer.
So you just fly out there buck naked? I'm impressed.
No flying for me. Not my style.
So you get a lot of repeat customers?
I do. In this line of work, it's essential, don't you think?
Yes, it is.
Not seeing people come back would not only suggest that they're not satisfied with our business,
but that your items are not useful,
yes. Had failed, leaving them unable to return. I would not be able to sleep at night if I thought that were the case.
Yeah. Because I'm like, yeah, if they're not able to return, then that means the equipment you're selling is no good. You've really never been to space.
Goodness, no, I just couldn't. You're out there millions of miles away from anything, and if something goes wrong...
Agreed.
I can't stomach the thought. I prefer solid ground under my feet at all times. And preferably a hot, fresh coffee within reach. Can't get those in space either.
I'm sure you can. I'd like to see what you have for sale.
Yes, by all means, have a look.
Maybe you have ammo? You have space suits and everything. Do you have rare stuff or no? No, none of this stuff has bonus stats or anything. Okay. You only have a cutter. You have more med packs, but I don't think I'm going to be buying more right now. I'm not worried about infections. And then you've got some... You do have some mats available that I could buy from you. But do I care about that right now? The answer is no. Alright. I'll come see you again sometime.
See you around.
Yeah, see ya. You guys really don't have much dialogue, do you? I guess I should be going for the Constellation Companions. I do know that those characters are the companions in this game. Because of the gameplay trailer stuff.
Wow, you look completely different.
It's me!
I mean, you look great, but isn't it going to confuse him? He won't even recognize you.
I'll be mysterious.
Zoe, you are one in a million.
Maybe for our third date, I'll be a redhead.
It's dizzying keeping up with my friend's new looks.
Apparently.
Enhance is my favorite place in
Maybe I should update my look.
You simply have to try Enhance.
Oh, so this is Enhance. I see.
All of our services are designed to minimize pain and maximize happiness.
I'll talk to you, but I have no interest in being updated. Hello.
Hi, welcome to Enhance. Thanks so much for stopping in today. I'm sure my staff and I can accommodate your every need. If you're here to try something new or on a whim, or to replicate a look you've seen and loved elsewhere, or just want to love your reflection in the mirror a little bit more, we've got you covered. All our services and records are private and confidential, so no need to worry.
I'm glad that you take patient confidentiality seriously. A breach of information could be a major problem for your business.
Oh my God.
Yeah, of course he knows
You
that.
certainly put things bluntly, don't you?
I guess. But it sounds like you take your patient's confidentiality seriously, so you have nothing to worry about. I am smelling the fact that he does not take it, seriously.
I did. No, I do.
Yep.
I take it all very seriously.
Okay. Something's gone wrong.
Sorry, you just took me a little off
I knew it.
guard. To tell you the truth, I made a bit of a slip-up.
I knew it.
I may have lost a data slate containing the confidential information of numerous patients. Little things, you know, like payment, information, procedures done, age, birthdays, mailing addresses.
So basically all their important personal
Who
information.
Am I kidding?
Yep.
This is so bad. If that information gets out, my business and reputation could be destroyed. No patient will trust me again.
I like that you're just randomly confessing this to the first, like, to a random person who's come into your store. Yeah, why did you just tell me that? What's stopping me from telling people?
Because I sense a kind of aura around you, an air of nobility.
Sure.
Also, it all just spilled out. I couldn't hold it in anymore.
Well, that's certainly not good.
It's not. People's private information is at stake, ready to be taken by any bad actor that finds that damn slate. And worse, my reputation and business is on the line.
Alright, where did you leave it?
I'm begging you. You'll have to find that slate.
Where did you leave it?
Yes. Thank you. And let's see, I frequent the Terror Brew nearby, as well as Whetstone. I also stopped by the Valberg building recently. Thank you for doing this. You're a lifesaver. Please, come back as soon as you have the slate. Oh, and don't read anything on it. It's confidential stuff, remember?
Well, I'm nosy, so I might take a look at it. I'll set this as the active mission. Is this all safe?
Oh, yes, of course, sure.
That sounds shady as hell.
His proprietary registered technology is absolutely the best in the settled systems. There is a reason we've been the #1 most trusted brand for reconstructive and plastic surgery for 2 decades running.
That's fair. And what kind of reasons bring people here?
Well, I'm not at
Yeah, I mean, spies, I'm sure, would make use of this quite often.
Motivations or services, you understand, of course. But, gosh, it could be anything, really. Something simple or a total reconstruction. Why you're here doesn't really matter to me. It's just important that you're satisfied when you leave.
Fair enough. Bye.
Enhance will be here anytime you'd like a different look.
Well, he's been to the Terror Brew, which is on this side somewhere. I was just there not that long ago, so I do know it's around here somewhere in the commercial district. It's probably over here. Yeah, it's right next door. But it's definitely not going to be here, because, again, it's right next door. There's no way. Hello, citizen. Oh, what's this? This is Infinity Limited.
Infinity is huge, like staggeringly huge. They need people like you, even with your grades.
Yeah, I'm sure a junior assistant is vital.
It's your foot in the door. Show initiative, positive attitude, and the sky's the limit.
I could see how you made head cheerleader.
Go Timberwolves!
Alright.
Welcome to Infinity. If you need something, see the receptionist.
Will do.
I hope Infinity is everything has been built up to be.
I don't even know what you are. Hello,
Welcome to
Desi
Infinity
Jang.
Ltd's corporate headquarters. Unfortunately, I'm not authorized to make appointments myself. All visitors are by appointment only, I'm afraid.
I see. So... Oh. Yeah, all of this is restricted. Until later, then. Alright, fine. Let me see.
So much to see.
I know you. You're the guy with the jewel that I'm looking for. Hello.
Hello there, dear friend.
What brings you to New Atlantis?
Ah, the usual things, I suppose. Fame, fortune, power. I'm only joking, of course. I've actually been fortunate to call New Atlantis home for many years. For a collector, like myself, I do believe there's no better place in all the settled systems. I've been charmed to make the acquaintance of many fellow old Earth enthusiasts here in New Atlantis. And that is why I continue to stay.
Fair enough. What do you do?
Me? Why, to be frank, I don't do much. Not anymore, at least. And that suits me just fine. Yes. I now live to collect artifacts from Earth. You see, every artifact tells a story. Even spoons and forks, which most take for granted. People laugh at me when they see I collect old Earth spoons. But think about it, friend. Spoons change the course of history. Can you imagine life without them?
Fair. Guillaume wants his gem back. He'd like to exchange this plate for it.
A plate? Oh my. As in a plate from Earth? Absolutely. Without question. Here, take the gem. That Guillaume, if he wanted his gem back so badly, he could have simply asked. The gem is worthless, less than a paperweight. But actually, Earth paperweights are quite valuable.
Priceless gem added in quotations. It seems like there's a lot of animosity between you and Guillaume.
Bah, I'm sure Guillaume makes it seem that way. In reality, it couldn't be further from the truth. Guillaume and I have known each other for years, since we were both young men. He is the closest thing I have to a brother. And, much like brothers, we quarrel. But that doesn't mean we don't like each other. I will say, however, Guillaume can be a tad overdramatic, as well as a sore loser. Don't tell him I said that.
Fair enough. Alright, bye. You guys do share the same hobbies, so there's that going for you. Any data pads here? Hello.
Hello and welcome to Terra.
Nope. So where else did he say he left the thing? Lost data slate. Where is it? He's visited Terrabrew, Whetstone, and the Valberg building. I don't actually know where the Valberg building is, or the Whetstone. I know for sure that it's not going to be here, next door to his own store. Because that would be too easy. Way too easy. Alright. Moving on. Thank you. This is the Settled Systems News Network, which is fine.
I don't want to waste my time struggling to get to middle management. Sounds like a
I think I got them. What do you call them? Corns. Yeah, I got corns.
I don't know what corns are. What do you mean by that? What is this? The UC Distribution Center? Okay. I'm technically a UC part-time cop, right? Oh, hi. Assertive beeps.
Service with a smile.
Oh, it's Johan. Hello there.
It's a privilege to be able to work for the UC government.
Sounds like you really love your job.
Of course, who wouldn't? It's such a privilege to be able to work for the UC government, a true force of good. Every day is so exciting. I get to meet so many new people, solve interesting problems, and learn about developing situations throughout the settled systems. Yep, there's never a boring day at the distribution center.
I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or being genuine. Did you always want to work at the distribution center?
Oh, no. When I was growing up, I actually wanted to be a miner on Sidonia. As weird as that may sound. I guess I never wanted to have a typical job. Lucky for me, working at the distribution center is anything but typical.
Fair enough. Special delivery from Marcus Listari of the Sanctum Universum.
Really? Nice. I went there a while back. Good to see they still remember me.
What are your thoughts on them?
To tell you the truth, I don't really have any thoughts on the church itself. I wouldn't consider myself religious. I initially went because it just seemed interesting. I don't think I really know enough about the church to decide if it's bad or good, or if it's even a good fit for me. I guess maybe I should go back to figure that out.
Fair enough. I was thinking of it more as a way to meet friends, or just, you know, talk about your problems, but you seem pretty fine as you are. Why'd you stop going? Well, he never really kept going, he just showed up one day to figure it out.
There wasn't really any reason. I just got busy or lazy and stopped going.
That's a
I've
fair
actually
reason.
been meaning to check it out again. It's just something interesting to do after work. The people seem nice as well.
It's kind of creepy though, right? It's like they're keeping tabs on you.
Creepy? I think it's flattering. Because of my job, I don't really have too much free time to socialize or make friends. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my job. It's the best job in New Atlantis. But still, it can be hard to put myself out there sometimes. That's actually one of the reasons I went to the Sanctum Universum. Just to talk with people and get to know them. It was nice. It really was.
Okay. It sounds like a great reason to go back sometime then.
I think I will. But hey, let me ask you something. Do you believe in all this Sanctum Universum stuff? What do you think?
It's hard to say. I believe that no one can prove it's real or not.
Uh-huh. Like Bigfoot. Do you know what Bigfoot is?
Yes, I know what it
Monster
is.
that might have lived on Earth and had big feet. You know what? I'll just stop talking. Well, hey, I'll let you get back to it. Thanks for bringing this to me. Keep on keeping on.
Will do.
Working at the distribution center can be tiring, but it sure is rewarding.
I'd like to buy something.
Oh, that's not really my area.
Oh.
I don't have clearance for that just yet. Well, someday, maybe. You'll want to talk to Miss Sang about that.
Sure, you keep working your way up
Take
then.
care of yourself.
Thank you. Hello, I assume you're Miss Sang.
Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon.
What is it that you do here?
You mean besides providing a pleasant face for customers to interact with? It's all in the name. We distribute materials and products all around the United Colonies. Never a dull moment. Always something going on, and 4 other things we need to be ready for. I know some people don't believe it, but we really do the best we can. Wouldn't still be working here if I didn't care.
Fair enough. I'd like to see what you have for sale.
I hope we have what you need.
Ooh, a UC Marine spacesuit. Look at that. Physical resistance. Cool, but no bonuses. And you've got guns. Shattering. Break through even the strongest armor. This is a Gatling gun. Wow, alright. Compensator and armor-piercing rounds. I cannot afford it, because it's 36 grand. What is this? The Rapid Shot. A rare shotgun. 25% in attack speed. It has a long barrel, a laser sight, tactical stock, tactical magazine, a hair trigger, and fully automatic. That's a lot of money, though. Way too much money. Okay, what can I sell you? Pretty much nothing. Yeah, okay. And then you've got some more injectors and ship parts, too, but that's expensive as hell. Alright, bye.
You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
I don't mind, it's fine. So if I open this, am I trespassing?
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. Fly around like they own the settled systems. And they like to use old, abandoned facilities as outposts. You know,
Yep, I noticed. I noticed I had to clear one not that long ago. Alright, let me out. Bye-bye. So... I'm just thinking. Constellation? I can make for a... No. Not Constellation. The Settled Systems News Network. And then Constellation.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, there's the Valberg building. Okay. And the Whetstone. Okay, so he actually hasn't traveled very far, has he? Whetstone is a restaurant? Got it.
It's a matter of courtesy.
We always wind up waiting forever, though.
There are worse fates than eating appetizers at the whetstone, love.
Well, I'll try not to fill up on their bread plate.
I don't
wife
get
always
why people
panics
think
if
it's
we're even a
okay to
minute
keep
late.
their friend waiting so long. Oh well.
Extra time at the whetstone would be nice.
I really wish everyone valued punctuality.
That's fair. Alright, to the whetstone. Hello there.
Welcome to Whetstone. If you're looking for the best cut of meat in the settled systems, look no further.
Does all your food come from local sources?
You must be joking. I have an exclusive contract with the Trade Authority. It's all shipped in from off-world. And no, I'm not divulging the planet of origin.
Fair enough. Let me guess, it's going to be human meat. That's generally how it goes with these Bethesda games. At some point, you're going to get the cannibal quest. What's a whetstone? I know what a whetstone is, but I might as well ask.
The general term? A sharpening stone, for
Yep.
knives. The kind of knives that cut the most delicious meat in the settled systems. This whetstone, though, is the best restaurant you've ever eaten at. If you like a perfect steak, you're in the right place.
I'd like to see what's on the menu.
Why wouldn't you?
What have you got? Solomon's Reserve. Fascinating. The Deep. Grilled pieces of alien salmon served alongside mixed vegetables and mashed potatoes. The Rack. Smoked slab of ribs served with mashed potatoes and vegetables. The Strip. It looks almost the same as the other one. It's worth more, though, apparently. A seared strip steak served alongside mixed vegetables. And the top shelf is a cocktail, apparently. Okay. Sure. I'm just gonna assume it's human meat. You can't stop me from assuming that. This place is so tiny! What? This is the Whetstone? It's just like a tiny restaurant? Enhanced patient files. It's Warner Connell's data slate for his enhanced business. It contains pages upon pages of confidential patient information. Alright. Well, I can give that back to him then. After I check out the news network. What's a Valberg? Is this another apartment building or what? Oh, it's the extractors. I used to work for you. I used to work here. I'm noticing all the interiors of the buildings are actually quite small. Just
Who knew there'd be so much paperwork at a mining company?
just an observation. Hello. You don't actually want to talk to me? Fine.
Not to be rude, but I'd appreciate it if I can get back to work.
Are you working or just reading?
Argos is a great place to work. I'm not just saying that.
Sure you're not. Hello, Obora.
You look familiar. Where do I know you from?
I worked with Lynn on the Vectera job.
Oh, yes. Lynn mentioned hiring some brand new miner before she left for that job. I must have seen your picture in the contractor database.
Makes sense.
I take it this means the job's done then. Good to know. So what can I help you with?
What's next for Argos?
We just picked up several more contracts. Risky stuff, if I'm being truthful, but we position ourselves to take advantage of jobs like that. Think asteroid mining and other tough jobs. The next few years are going to be interesting for Argos.
And what do you do here?
I book and process our jobs, manage the schedule on a broad scale, and interface with new clients. We're a small company, so a lot of us administrative types wear a lot of hats, as they say.
Makes sense. And what is Argos known for?
As a former contractor, I'm surprised you don't know. We take on jobs that others won't, whether they're far away, extra tough, or just plain dangerous. And we always get the job done on schedule at a lower cost than our competitors.
Okay, and what's Lynn's role at Argos?
Well, after I book a job, Lynn meets with the clients to nail down the details. She negotiates the terms of the contract and even supervises some of our more important work sites. That woman never stops impressing me.
And I wanted to let you know that the Crimson Fleet attacked us on Vectera.
Oh, wow, that's terrible. Those pirates sure are getting bolder these days. Is everyone okay?
Almost everyone. Some people died. Can you give me compensation, please? I'm fine. There were some injuries, including the client and Barrett. It was a mess. Blood everywhere. I've never seen such carnage. Pretty sure someone died. People did die. I'm fine. There were some injuries. Oh, the people did die. I need to tell them that.
Oh my, how horrifying that must have been to deal with. I'm glad you're safe now. I hope that experience won't turn you off working for us in the future. And of course, we'll make sure to pay our respects to the victim's family.
Alright, bye.
Take care out there.
I will. Thank you for your time. So I guess I can check out the news station, and then, that's pretty much it outside of Constellation and the MAST itself. Hello, kid.
Are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me?
The egg you found wasn't beeping, was it?
Yeah, it was. Weird, right?
A little.
Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
I actually need that back from her.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be a 3-star ranger.
Alright, give me a moment. I need to talk to her. I was just over there. If only I'd been informed earlier. I think I'm gonna grab one of the companions before I come back and return the stuff. I might be able to get approval stuff with them.
At your ship that landed not too long ago? It sure is something.
Is that what that is? Is that the Varun embassy? I assume it is, because I have no access to it. Hello, Miss Seng. I need to talk to you.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to allocate ships. I can, however, deal in general goods. Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you?
Yes, you bought an egg from a kid recently, and I need it.
Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why, what is it?
It's sensitive scientific equipment, very important.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we?
How about I persuade that you don't? Can't you just give it to me?
I could.
Well, true, yeah. She did pay for
I'd
it.
like to recover my losses. And it's all the way in the back room. I'd have to walk back there, then back out here. You did say this was important after all. Honestly, it's probably worth way more than what we're talking about.
True. I didn't have to be honest with her, but I was, and now I kind of regret it, but it's fine. I'm not going to go and steal it. Because it would be obvious that I would have been the one who stole it. Alright, here you go.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Sure, whatever. Bye.
Right. Come back if you need something else.
Okay, it's getting dark. Time to get to the Settled Systems News Network, even though it's probably closing time for these people.
The project has to be done this quarter. Our back is against the wall.
Surely you can take a day off. Everyone needs to recharge.
It's not mandatory, but people notice who's there and who's not. We nail this, and careers are going to change. And the bonus.
I know. I just hope it's worth it.
I can stay for a little while longer. It's just 3 more days. 2 all-nighters in a row. Just need to make it through the final section.
We have so little time together recently.
After the project's over, I'm taking a vacation.
Megacorps demand so much of his employees.
The final
it's inhumane.
Always the worst part.
Yep, okay. Let me get to the news station, which is all the way up there. How did I get lost? There we go.
Neon fella. I missed it. How'd it go?
Barely made it off the starting line, then wham! Dead.
Looks like I didn't miss anything.
That's the red mile for you.
What's the red mile? I guess I'll find out sooner or later. Hey kid, anything else?
Hello?
Goodbye.
You can't go in. You just can't.
But David's my friend. He writes.
Administration's coming.
Huh.
I hate to break it to you, but his PA is the one who signs all those cards and headshots. Mr. Barron's a very busy and important man.
He just talked to me through the window. He's not that important. Or he's not that busy.
Listen, I might be able to hook you up with some merch. Maybe get you a ticket to a speaking gig he's got. That's all I can do.
You are the best.
Welcome to SSNN.
Believe I'm here.
I like how that lady just walks in. Yeah, she's allowed to walk in, but not this one.
David's amazing, and I hear he's single.
Okay, don't be a weird stalker, please.
I will meet David. It's going to happen.
You are going to be a weird stalker. Got it.
Please tell me you're not here to see
I'm
Mr.
here.
Barron.
SSNN.
Welcome to SSNN.
Thank you.
David Barron is the most famous journalist in the settled systems.
Hello, Nadia.
Chaos. That should be our motto. If another tour comes to meet the David Barron, I'm going to lose it.
What's David Barron really like?
Dear Lord, everyone wants to know about Barron. He's a smart guy. He cares about what he's reporting. He's way too damn cozy with the UC, and that's a problem for us staying impartial. My biggest beef with him is he's credited with everything he reports, and he doesn't lift a finger to correct that impression.
Let me guess, you do a lot of the work too? How's it working for SSNN?
We're short-staffed, overworked, and
Of
trying
course.
to report on a million things at once. Not to mention there's a constant battle with the powers that be to maintain our journalistic principles. So, things are just swell.
What stories are you working on right now?
I'm working on an investigative piece about some of the businesses in the well right now. Trying to get a handle on how things are in that part of the city.
That's right, I haven't been to the well
I'm
yet
not sure
either.
the story will get off the ground, though. I asked the higher-ups if I could go down there for some interviews, but they said it's too dangerous. They'd probably be all for it if David asked.
You think anyone will read something like that?
I wouldn't be writing it if I didn't. Most people in New Atlantis like to pretend the well doesn't exist. I think it's important to call attention to what's going on down there.
Agreed. I'd be willing to do the interviews for you.
Really? You sure? The well's a pretty dangerous place. It might be too much for a first-time reporter.
It's okay, I'm the main character. If I help you out, will you give me credit as a co-author? That's a good question.
Who do I look like? David Barron?
So yes.
Yeah, I'd give
Nice.
you credit for your work. Credits, too. I have a small budget for things like this.
Alright, consider it done.
Great. I had 3 interviewees in mind. Teresa Mason, the owner of Kay's house, Henrik Zoran at Apex Electronics, and Nurse O'Shea from the medbay. You don't need to ask too many tough questions. I just want to read on how their businesses are doing, and how things are in the well. I really can't thank you enough.
Don't worry about it. I'm happy to help. Alright, David Barron, who exactly are you?
It's important that
Oh.
the people of the United Colonies can trust them.
Ooh. I don't even know what he was gonna say, because again, I interrupted him as he was speaking.
We're close to the action here in New Atlantis. Prime position to report on the big stories that affect the United Colonies. Administrations come and go in the big city, but SSNN?
Broadcast diagnostics. Run diagnostic. No diagnostic files found. Upload diagnostic file. Okay, well, I'm sure that'll be relevant later. Is this seriously just some big office building? Sorry, a big building area with nothing to see? Yeah, SSNN. It's literally just a facade. Like, I mean, unless there's a side entrance that actually leads you to offices or like the broadcast station or something. Otherwise, I'm looking in here and it's just, here's a table. Oops. A singular table. Maybe this is where they record their news in the morning or whatever, but like, yeah, literally a single table. in that corner, and then like 2 regular tables and a couple of benches, and that's it. This is it? No computers?
This story could be my big break. Thanks for helping.
Like, they're not even working here. So, huh. Alright. A little bit odd, but alright. I'll take it.
I used to be an actuary. Now...
Did you take an arrow to the knee? I guess I can head towards Constellation, but everyone might be asleep. So now I'm thinking maybe go back to the ship, go to bed, wake up, and then consider going to Constellation in the morning. Yes. Good night. That's... It gets dark early, doesn't it? It's only like 7 p.m. But food and drink doesn't matter unless I'm modded in, so... I mean, it is what it is. I can just sleep till morning then. So, at any rate, I think I'm actually going to call this episode right here. Did a lot of exploration, talked to all the locals, and now I'm only missing Constellation itself, the MAST, and the well. So I'm actually quite excited to explore all 3 of those areas. So I hope that you are as well. Hope that you enjoyed what you saw here today and that you're doing well wherever you are. This has been Karst with Starfield, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.